subscribers as well. I would like for you guys to check out my old videos. Please, please, please don't forget to watch my old videos, like and comment. The views encourage me to go ahead and post more videos. Okay, so please watch some of my old videos. Feel free to comment, and that's about it. We are getting into random kinds of factness. Okay, we're starting from where we left off. The Hershey's Kiss got its name because the machine that extruded the odd-shaped chocolates made loud kissing sounds. In 1986, sausage makers in Barcelona, Spain, decided to see how long they could make a single sausage. They stopped at 5,917 feet, well over a mile. Graham flour is just an alternative name for whole wheat flour. Graham flour and graham crackers were both named after Sylvester Graham, a radical nutritionist of the 1840s. At a time when these were controversial ideas, Graham advocated taking baths, brushing teeth, eating whole grains and fresh vegetables, exercising, practicing family planning, and laughing at the dinner table to aid digestion. The designer of the modern-day diner, P.J. Tierney, died complaining of stomach pains shortly after eating at one of his creations in 1917. Pop-Tart flavors that saw a quick death in the marketplace included chocolate and cherry chip, frosted peanut butter and jelly, and chocolate peppermint. Ernest and Julio Gallo learned to make wine from a pamphlet they picked up at the Modesto Public Library. In the early days before those pesky truth in advertising laws, grape nuts claimed it prevents appendix, cures malaria, tightens loose teeth, and heals tuberculosis. The pressure inside a champagne bottle is about 90 pounds per square inch. No surprise, here the average French person drinks about 10 times more wine per year than the average American. Not all dairy products are equal in doing a body good. An 8-ounce glass of skim milk has fashions. The molded chocolate bar machine was invented in 1840, but caramel manufacturer Milton Hershey didn't know they existed until he saw one in Germany in the 1890s. He immediately bought it. By 1911, he was making $5 million a year from his chocolatey sweets. More artichokes are grown in California than any other state in the Union. The colored and flavored gelatin you eat mostly comes from boiling cow bones and tenderloins. Coffee beans are really the pits of a cherry-like fruit. How did people discover that coffee would make a stimulating drink? Coffee historians swear that at 9th century Ethiopian Gothard saw his goats dancing after eating coffee cherries and try them himself. If blown into a cloud of dust near a flame, coffee cream is very flammable. A fire-breathing dragon in the Disney theme parks is said to use Cremora for a non-toxic but impressive flame. Kopi Luwak is the world's most expensive coffee at about $300 a pound. What makes it special is that the beans are recovered from the scat excrement of Paradoxurus, a tree-climbing marsupial that eats only the very best coffee cherries. The Bible mentions two nuts by name, the pistachio and the almond. McDonald's Hamburger University is the place where prospective managers can train in courses like introductory French fries and advanced burger flipping. The original name for the soft drink 7-Up was Biblable lithiated lemon lime soda. It contained lithium, still used as powerful antidepressant, and was marketed as a pick-me-up. We guess so. The dish, succotash, a succulent mixture of corn and lima beans, comes from the Narragansett tribe. The name comes from the word Misquatash, which means ear of corn. Ketchup was never made with tomatoes until Americans try their hands at it. The name comes from Ketisia, from the Chinese, who invented it as a pickled fish sauce. Native American George Crumb, a resort chef in Saratoga Springs, New York, accidentally invented potato chips. Crumb, exasperated by a diner who kept sending his French fries back for being too thick, decided to slice the fries paper thin. Crumb's attempt to wow the guy backfired when the diner thought the crisp potatoes were the best thing he had ever tasted. Sure, stomping grapes for wine may look like fun, but it was really tiresome, tedious, painful work, dangerous too. The grapes' skins are slippery, and the fermenting juice gives off large quantities of carbon dioxide. Grape traders would sometimes fall in and drown or die of asphyxiation. Each hard kernel of popcorn must have at least 13.5% water inside to explode just right. One study has it that to Americans, the odors of peanut butter and coffee are the two most recognizable scents. Louis Pasteur first developed his also probably work with other things like milk. The main part of a Cheeto is made of extruded puffed cornmeal. It's then coated with that bright orange powder that mostly cheese flavor and dyes. Curiosity killed Sir Francis Bacon one freezing night in 1626. He went outside with a freshly killed chicken and stuffed it full of snow to test the theory that freezing could keep meat fresh. While the cold preserved chicken, it didn't do the same for bacon. He got bronchitis and died 2 weeks later. Until stopped by the government, soup makers photographed their soups with clear marbles in the bottom to push the meat and vegetable to the top. Now they get the same effect by using wide, shallow bowls. Why is it called donut? Before they evolved their holes, the deep fried pastry started out as a little ball of dough the size of a nut. The shape changed, but the name remains the same. The can had been around for 48 years before someone finally invented the can opener. A reader asks, so what did people use to open cans in the half-century before the can opener was invented? Whatever would do the job, but most often a hammer and chisel. When did Orville Redenbacher first become obsessed with breeding popcorn? As a teenager in the 4-H club. Worldwide, what is the most popular kind of milk? Goat milk is first, cow milk is second, human milk is third, and especially popular among the younger set. In an old-time diner, your waitress would shout to the cook, "Burn the pup all the way," if you'd order a hot dog with everything. In the 1830s, ketchup became known as a cure-all medicine sold as concoctions like Dr. Mills compound extract of tomato, belch water, cow juice. In diner lingo, those were the terms for soda water and milk. In the 1657, a doctor wrote that coffee was good for miscarriage, hypochondria, dropsy, gout, and scurvy. Makes skin exceedingly clear and white. It quickens the spirits and makes the heart lightsome. Mustard gas didn't really contain mustard. It just smelled like mustard. At the diner, Betsy in a bowl meant that you'd order beef stew. Alright guys, let's get into geography, a little bit of geography. Punji are the pipes used by the Indian snake charmers. The fakirs play and move rhythmically, and the snake moves to the tune. It's the movement, not the music, that makes the culprit dance. Only one state has no straight line boundary: Hawaii. Early Russian cosmonauts landed on solid ground instead of into the ocean like American astronauts. In 1965, Voskhod 2 missed its planned landing spot, and the cosmonauts inside had to fend off hungry wolves for a day until rescuers reached them. Half of Istanbul is below sea level. The longest continuous part of the Great Wall of China is about 1,400 miles long. Despite what you may have read elsewhere, it is not the only human-made object you can see from outer space. A reader asks, are there really places called Pago and Bora Bora? To which we can only reply, yes, yes. Monaco, Nauru, and Singapore are countries that have no farms within their borders, whereas the much Maryland town of Podunk, Massachusetts. According to the people who keep abreast of unusual tourist attractions, the biggest fiberglass cow in the world is reputedly Salem Zoo in New Salem, North Dakota. She stands 38 feet tall. That's it, and all, only about 250 people through history have been recorded as having fallen from the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The African country Mali gets its name from the Bambara world of hippopotamus. Its capital is Bamako, which means crocodile river in the same language. Change in English, the famous slideshow Siamese twins, where actually only 1/4 Siamese and 3/4 Chinese. The ancient Hindus believe that sneezing drives away unwanted spirits trying to infest the body. After a sneezer would issue a quick blessing and snap his fingers to prevent the spirit from taking up a new residence in a bystander. We call a holding cell the trunk tank. The Japanese call it the tiger box. The largest McDonald's is in Beijing, China. It has 2 kitchens, 29 cash registers, and seats for more than 700 people. What's the only state with a one-syllable name? Maine. The largest city in the United States can't be reached by car or train. It's Sitka, Alaska, covering 4,710 square miles on Alaska's panhandle, of which 1,816 are water. It's accessible by plane or boat only. The ice sheet that covers Antarctica is roughly 6,500 feet deep. About 90% of the world's fresh water lies frozen there. In terms of average wind speed, the windiest city in the United States is not Chicago, but Cheyenne, Wyoming. Okay, guys, if you enjoy this, don't forget to like and feel free to comment. See you in my next video, and we are still going to be on